The Eternal Chronicles of Lirael. Chapter 3. Shadows of Arendor. The path to Arendor was unlike anything Lirael had ever seen. The forest gradually gave way to rolling hills, blanketed in silver grass that shimmered in the sunlight. Strange creatures roamed in the distance, deer with antlers of glowing crystal and birds that wove patterns of light as they flew. Despite the beauty, an air of unease clung to Lirael. Every step deeper into this world reminded her how far she was from home. Arendor is the largest city in this region, Kalen said, his voice carrying a note of caution. It's also where we'll find your first companion. Lirael glanced at him. Companion? What do you mean? You didn't think you'd be doing this alone, did you? Kalen smirked. The shard's power will attract those who seek to help, and those who seek to harm. Choosing your allies wisely will be key. Lirael sighed, adjusting her grip on the shard tucked into her pocket. Great. More people to babysit. Kalen chuckled but didn't respond. They crested a hill, and Arendor came into view. The city was a sprawling marvel of gleaming towers and intricate bridges. The architecture seemed to blend seamlessly with nature. Buildings were carved from stone but entwined with vines that pulsed faintly with light. At the center of the city rose a massive spire, its top shrouded in a glowing mist. Welcome to Arendor, Kalen said. Keep your wits about you. The city's beauty hides more dangers than you'd expect. As they entered the gates, Lirael noticed the streets bustling with life. Merchants peddled wares from colorful stalls, and robed figures chanted near fountains filled with glowing water. Yet something felt off. The people avoided eye contact, and whispers carried an edge of fear. Why does everyone look so tense? Lirael asked. Kalen's ears twitched. The city has been plagued by disappearances. Citizens vanishing without a trace, and not even the guards can find them. Great, Lirael muttered. More bad news. Kalen led her to a crowded tavern on the edge of the market district. Inside, the atmosphere was thick with tension. Lirael noticed a hooded figure sitting alone in a corner, their gloved hands wrapped around a steaming mug. That's who we've come to meet, Kalen said, gesturing with his snout. Darian, a tracker. He's the best chance you have of finding the next shard and staying alive. Lirael approached the figure, her nerves jangling. Are you Darian? The hooded man looked up, revealing sharp, chiseled features and eyes like storm clouds. His gaze lingered on her for a moment, then shifted to Kalen. You brought her here? His voice was low, almost a growl. Relax, Darian, Kalen said smoothly. She's not as helpless as she looks. Lirael bristled. Hey! Darian leaned back, studying her. You're the one carrying the shard? Lirael nodded. Yeah, and apparently I need your help. He let out a dry chuckle. You're braver than most who come to this city, or just foolish. Both, Kalen interjected, earning a glare from Lirael. Darian's expression softened slightly. I'll help you, but there's a price. Of course there is, Lirael muttered. What is it? He leaned forward, his voice dropping to a whisper. Find out what's taking the people of Arendor. My sister was one of them. The room fell silent as the weight of his words settled over them. Lirael hesitated, then nodded. Okay, where do we start? Darian motioned for them to follow. They left the tavern and made their way through winding alleys until they reached a secluded area near the city's outskirts. A massive stone gate loomed ahead, its surface etched with strange symbols. This is the Shadow Gate, Darian explained. It's been sealed for decades, but I've seen signs that it's been tampered with recently. Whatever's taking people, it's coming from beyond this gate. Lirael stared at the ancient structure, a chill running down her spine. "And you think we can get through it?" Darian smirked. "I know how to break the seal. The real question is whether you're ready for what's on the other side." Kalen stepped forward, his fur bristling. "If we wait too long, more lives will be lost. Lirael, this is your chance to prove yourself." Lirael swallowed hard, gripping the shard in her pocket. The warmth from it seemed to pulse in rhythm with her racing heartbeat. "Let's do it." Darian produced a dagger etched with runes and began carving symbols into the gate. The air grew heavy, and the ground trembled as the symbols lit up with an eerie glow. With a final strike, the gate groaned and began to open. Beyond it was a swirling void of darkness, its depths pulsing with malevolent energy. "Well," Lirael said, trying to muster some bravado, "this looks inviting." Darian drew his bow, his expression grim. "Stay close. Whatever's in there won't let us leave without a fight." As they stepped into the void, the darkness seemed to close around them, suffocating and alive. Faint whispers echoed, growing louder with each step. The path ahead was uncertain, but one thing was clear. They were no longer in Arendor.